Hey guys, Skittlerampage here. Welcome back to a new video. I do hope you're enjoying your day today. So today we're going to be going over a new round of leaks and rumors about 60 plus new pops for 2026 that we're going to go over from DC Comics. We also have some video game stuff, pop movies, television, and more. Now guys, before we jump into things, I actually want to let you know that I will be having a new Whatnot auction later this month during SDCC week on July 26th at 5 p.m. EST. And I'm actually going to be hosting some really cool giveaways like some signed One Piece pops and some other cool exclusive giveaways like a con sticker Kaguya as well as Dr. Doom. I'll also be selling a ton of stuff, so if that does interest you, make sure to use my sign up link down below with Whatnot, get a free $15 off your first purchase, and bookmark the show. Now for our question of the day today, do you have a Funko Pop or character in your collection that's kind of known to be like a ladies' man? And I'm gonna go with Tengen here. He literally has a few wives. Alrighty guys, so let's go ahead and jump into all these new leaks and rumors, and these are gonna be shared over from the Scarlet Joker, so thank you to them, as well as nothing is officially confirmed until Funko does confirm it. Kicking things off with the Pop Games category, first up we have yet another Pokemon wave here with some pretty exciting ones. This does include Charmeleon, so we'll finally have all three evolutions. We're also expected to get Goomy, Zoroark, as well as a Pop Premium of Venusaur. Now, I personally think a Pop Premium makes a lot of sense for Venusaur. It is a very big character, and just the details involved I really feel do scream premium, personally anyways. If you guys disagree, let me know in the comments below, but I think this could turn out to be a really cool pop depending on what they do with it. And if you don't know, in the next 1 or 2 months, we're actually expected to get Ivysaur, which will also have all three of those evolutions. Though I haven't seen anything about Blastoise or Wartortle, but hopefully they're coming in the future if they're doing the other ones. Regardless though, let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this brand new Pokemon wave and if you're excited for any of these. Now another Pop Games related thing I wanted to throw in here was Biddy arcade cabinets here, which includes Jurassic Park, Mortal Kombat, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and X-Men. So if you don't know what a Biddy arcade cabinet is, it is this figure here essentially. They first debuted at like SDCC or NYCC. It was one of those. It was a Comic-Con, but basically they're just Biddy Pops in little arcade machines. It's a cool little concept, I guess. This next one's pretty interesting as I've never heard of it, and it's the Binding of Isaac here. Let me know if you're a fan of this specific franchise, but it does include Isaac with Dice, Azazel, and Guppy there. And I have a feeling these are going to be some very interesting looking design. It reminds me a lot of Odd Ones Out. That's not the same creator, is it? Next up, it looks like we're expected even more Baldur's Gate 3 pops, including Jaheira. We also have Raphael, the Emperor, and Withers from scratch there. So these pops seem to be pretty popular given the game is very popular. We're also expected to see another set sooner than this set, which if I can find it, I'll pop it up here. Now the final pop video game wave today does include updates on the Silent Hill set here. Looks like we got a couple more characters added. This included James Sunderland, Heather Mason, Alessa, we also have the Nurse, Robbie the Rabbit, and a Pop Premium of Pyramid Head. So in my last video talking about these, I actually said, I can't believe we don't have Pyramid Head in this set. And then here we are with the update with the Pop Premium Pyramid Head. I think it's great. Very excited to see how that one turns out because I was like, that was just going to be weird if we didn't get that specific character. Based off the videos I've done covering these new Silent Hill pops coming, a lot of people seem very excited for them. So I do hope this does very well for Funko. And of course, for any Silent Hill fans, let me know if you're excited for this lineup of pops. Moving on to our next category, we do have DC Comics here. So DC Comics includes a Pop Premium of Batman with sound effects here. Curious to see what the sound effects will be because like, you know, it could be like a voice line like, oh, I'm Batman. Or it could also be like Gotham City sounds or just like maybe they got a certain song they could put in it. I don't know what this could end up being, but you know, with sound effects, it could be just Batman punching. Like there's a lot they could really do with this. I just hope the mold itself is really cool. So curious to see what this ends up being. Next up, we got a couple characters that are kind of revamped as we do already have pops of all these, including Zatanna. We also have a Pop Super of Swamp Thing and a Deluxe of Constantine. The Deluxe of Constantine sounds interesting because obviously he's a smaller character, so what are they going to do or what moment or scene are they going to do to, you know, create a deluxe out of that? Constantine is a really cool character, always getting himself into some kind of crazy trouble, so I'm sure they can find a really cool scene. Overall though, like I mentioned before, these are 3 characters we technically already have, same with the Batman thing, so I hope it's very unique molds. I will say these are still really cool character choices because we do have limited variation. Like I think we only have 1 Constantine pop now that I think about it, as well as I think we have like 2 Zatannas, and then we have a couple versions of Swamp Thing. So yeah, like it just has to be really good. Now the final DC related pop includes a Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comic cover here. So this is perfect timing to create one of these given she does have a movie coming up in the future. and I'm kind of curious if it's going to be the exact cover shown here with Crypto specifically, because I think Crypto will definitely help this sell, especially with the recent Superman movie. Alrighty guys, so our last section here has a lot of new pops from various things, movies, televisions, animation, and more. First up, looks like we're getting a new Fast and Furious collection here, some updated pops. We have Dominic Toretto, Brian O'Connor, we also have Letty, we also have Tej Parker, is that how you say his name? Can't remember off the top of my head. And then finally, Han there. I think this will be a cool little classic set for sure. We are nearing, I think, our final Fast and Furious movie. The franchise has definitely got pretty crazy. You know, they went to space in the last one, I think it was, and, you know, jumping from building to building, and, you know, Dom breaking a concrete car garage with his foot stomp like the Incredible Hulk. I don't know what Fast and Furious is about anymore, but it's definitely not cars. All I know though is that the movies are just genuinely a fun, action-packed watch. I wouldn't say the latest Fast and Furious movies are much more than that. I'm hoping the final one has like a really good story to kind of like finish things off. This next pop comes from Feeble or Fievel, no idea what this thing is, but it is the character itself. Moving on from the Folk of the Air trilogy, we're expected to get Jude and Carden. For Power Ranger fans, we're getting more Power Ranger pops. They're really going all out lately. This does include gold, blue, green, pink, and yellow Rangers there. The last set was very popular, so I'm sure these will be very popular too. This next one's actually a brand new character and pop to the Funko line, and this does include John Rambo with a bow. So John Rambo I think is really cool, very classic like action movie, and definitely a really great choice. Next up, another brand new line including the Return of the Living Dead, and we have 2 zombies. Next up, for Zodiac fans, we're continuing the line with Pisces, Gemini, and Taurus. As you may know, we did get an announcement a couple months ago. These are the 4 that they did announce. Now we have 3 more. I did feel it was kind of weird to do 3 rather than 4 as they did before. Either way though, I know the last set was very popular, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to be excited for these too. Next up, for Pop Disney, we did get Oliver and Company here, including Dodge with Oliver with sunglasses, chase, and puffed up hair. Wow, that was a long like title for a pop. And then we also have Georgette with Tito. For Futurama fans, we have a couple new pops including Super King Bender, Hermes with Mug, Amy, and Sexy Scruffy. This next set of pops is actually featuring Funko's new line of Pop Nooks here, which does include a Snow White with Dwarf's house, so it's going to be just her sitting in the house. We also have Star Wars Yoda's hut, so it looks like the first Star Wars one will be Yoda. And then we also have the Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington's room there. So if you don't know what a Pop Nook is, it's the Harry Potter product we saw earlier this year, I think in January, I think it was, or maybe a different month. But anyways, we saw it earlier this year, as well as the Iron Man one we saw. So basically it's just kind of like a little scene in a 4-inch style there. I think it's a cool concept, and I think a lot of people will like these, but it could also go the other way where a lot of people don't buy these. This next one I was kind of surprised about, but looks like we're getting a wave 3 of Skibbidity Toilet, which includes TV Man with sound effects there. Or maybe it's a continuation of wave 2, I'm not sure, but I was surprised we're getting more Skibbity Toilet. Next up, from Daft Punk, we're expected to get a 2-pack of Discovery here. So I don't know too much about this, but let me know if there are any fans of this and if you're looking forward to it. From Mousetrap, we're expected to get a Caged Mouse Funko Pop here. Curious to see how this one turns out for sure. Now guys, the final pop to talk about today is from The Fox and the Hound, and we have a pop moment of Todd and Copper. Well guys, that covers about 60 plus new Funko Pops expected in early 2026, so probably the first few months or so. I will keep you guys posted as to when we get first looks and all that in the future, but for now, let me know in the comments below, out of everything we just went over, what are you most excited for? Now, in my next part, there's going to be a part 2 of this. I will be going over all of the new anime pops. There was so much anime that I decided I would just do it in a separate video because it can be its own video. And we do have a couple new anime lines in there, as well as some continuation, as well as revamped pops, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure to look out for that video on Tuesday. Anyways though, I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to hit the like button down below if you did enjoy, and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to say a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure you follow me on all my social medias at Skittlerampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page, so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.